Hi guys, Mr. Bruce here. Today's book, Norman, the Slug with the Silly Shell. A slug, if you don't know, it's kind of like a big fat worm you see on the sidewalk sometime. Really, it's a snail without a shell. It has a two antenna up there, but he's just kind of a sluggy little slug. Before we start, eyes watching, ears listening, voices quiet, body calm. Okay. Norman thought the slugs were great. Wow, said Norman, look at them. Those snails are amazing. Look how pretty they are with the different colors. But unfortunately, the snails didn't think Norman was so great. He knocked down their pyramid. Norman, you silly slug, they said. You spoiled our fun. This only works if you got a shell. You can't play with us. Norman felt left out. Sadly, he skulked off into the moonlight. If only I had a shell of my own, he thought. He looked out at himself, reflected in the lake. That's when he had an idea. Maybe I could have a shell after all. But finding a shell was not as easy as he thought. One was too bouncy, made out of a tennis ball. One was too noisy. It was an alarm clock. Ring. Then he tied on an apple. Oh, this one was already taken. There was a worm in there. Norman needed time to think. And there it was. Ta-da! A shell. It was perfect. Norman had never been happier. He could join the snails at last. Well, Norman then loved being a snail. And the snail, they loved his silly shell. But the fun didn't last for long. Suddenly, there was a loud flapping of wings. Look out, bird, cried the snails in a panic. Quick, slither your lives out of here, or we'll end up as their supper. And all the snails squiggled away. But the bird was more interested in Norman's silly shell. It looked delicious. Norman was being carried up, and away, higher and higher into the sky. What could he do? Norman did the only thing he could do. He made slime. Slugs make slime, and he made lots of it. With a slither and a slaughter, he was free. But then he forgot he was up so high, he was falling faster and faster and faster. Even his opponent was falling next to him. Blonk. Norman, are you okay? Asked the snails. Ooh. He landed right up here on a clothesline where the lady was hanging out her clothes. Wow, that was great. I love flying. If only I had wings. How could I get some wings? And then, the next thing you know, da-da! He took the underwear off the line and made himself a kite, and he could fly with the birds. And the snails all went to sleep. The end. Wow. Here's my question. If you could use anything and you could carry your house around on your back like a snail, what would you use? Would you use maybe a basket, or maybe an umbrella that when you opened it up, it was a tent, or a doghouse? What would you carry around as your house? All right. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, good to your folks and wash your hands. Bye-bye.